9 things a Latvian wish she would know before moving to Germany. Let's react.
Going to Germany either to have a better quality of life or unlimited access to pretzels and beer, then here I present to you things I wish I knew before. Finding the perfect long-term apartment for a reasonable price if you don't speak German can be really tricky. Nonetheless, if you're looking for the cheapest price, aka unfurnished apartments, beware that they are empty. It is a common practice to clear the place out as much as possible. No curtains, no shelves, no light fittings,
What? No light fittings and curtains? You kidding me?
no toilet seats, and
Seriously?
most importantly, no kitchen.
It's for real.
Which is nice if you want to start the whole apartment from scratch, and not so nice if you don't want to spend money installing a whole new kitchen. And
real,
as
yeah.
mentioned many times before, if you're looking for second-hand furniture or a cat, eBay Kleinanzeiger is your new best friend. If you're
Wow, that's kind of expensive, you know. So to move in, you have to buy literally everything. But probably there are pretty different people who rent, and I guess that in Germany there are people who rent with furniture and kitchen.
looking for a job in Germany,
Let me know who is more, people without furniture and kitchen, or people who rent with furniture and kitchen.
there are 3 types of employment: full-time, part-time, and mini job. A
Mini
full-time
job.
job in Germany is between 36 to 40 hours a week, usually
Yes.
7 to 8 hours a day with a 30-minute lunch break. And it is illegal to work more than 10 hours a day. A part-time
Oh.
job in Germany involves less than
It's illegal to work 10 hours, more than 10 hours? Amazing, man. Amazing. In Latvia, forget about it. Literally, forget about it.
30 hours a week. And finally, a mini job is a 10-hour work week where you can earn no more than 520 euros a month. Compared to the other 2 options, at
Probably it's more for students.
the mini job, you get your money tax-free. However, you are not provided the universal healthcare that comes with paying taxes. Moreover, working minimum wage in Germany can be as unorganized and sketchy as it is in other countries. So far, I do not have good experiences. Starting from under-the-table pay, not having health insurance when I thought I did, employees working more than 10 hours multiple days in a row, and just not getting paid for the whole month of work. So my advice, make sure to have a signed contract by you and your employer, and keep track of your working hours the same way.
Employers with bad reputation can use the fact that you don't know German, that you don't know laws, and they can just pay you less, and in the end they will say, oh, we didn't know nothing, you know, like you signed for it, it's your problem, it's not our problem.
Sundays
This is what happens in England, by the way, a lot.
are a rest day, and they take it pretty seriously. So retail stores and most bakeries will be closed. This is due to the store closing law, which forbids stores opening on Sundays. Although this partially takes religion into account, as the day honors God, it is also an opportunity to give the workers a break each week, except if you work in a restaurant, cafe, or a gas station. Moreover, it is generally frowned upon to do any noisy housework on Sunday. This includes mowing your lawn or otherwise you'll get a loud, angry knock at the door or a quiet little fine in the mail. So therefore,
This is what I like. I really would love that we would have this kind of day in Latvia where there's one day when everything is quiet. Nobody is vacuuming, nobody is making any sounds, because there are some people who love to like make repairs in their house on Sundays and Saturdays very loudly, you know, and it just, you know, it was tough week overall, and you just want to have some rest, and somebody is like drilling a wall or knocking on the wall or something, man. It just you want to just kill the person.
Saturdays are full of people doing their weekly shopping. However, not all Sundays are the same. Some Sundays are open. A rare and unusual sight to see shops working on Sunday, making you think twice if it is actually Sunday. And finally, quiet hours are also important to respect. Those are somewhere between 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. from Monday to Saturday, and basically all day on Sunday. The quality of
Everything is about order in Germany.
drinking water in Germany is good, so it is safe to drink tap water. Other than tap water, Germany is a big fan of sparkling water, Sprudel. So much so they mix it with fruit juices and call it Schorle. or with ciders and wine and say it tastes good. Plus, they have a not so sparkling water if you're just starting off your sparkling water journey. Love it or hate it, we produce a lot of trash and it all needs to go somewhere. And Germany is a big fan of recycling. The German recycling system uses different bins classified according to the color system. Firstly, yellow for plastic and soft metals. If, like me, you don't have yellow bins, you have to use these plastic yellow bags that you can find in the city hall or a pharmacy that you can find around the corner for free. Then the blue stands for paper. You can't just leave your cardboard boxes laying around. They need to be either ripped to shreds or folded and stuffed into the bin. Green and brown bins that not all houses have are used for organic and bio waste. Basically the leftovers you convince yourself you're still gonna eat even though it's been a week, so they go in that bin. Black or gray bins are used for everything else, except for batteries, light bulbs and electronics. Those can be disposed in some drugstores and grocery stores. When it comes to glass, like wine bottles, oil bottles and small jars, those are thrown away in these bigger containers found somewhere around your neighborhood.
Or they are back, like, received back in a deposit machine to get the money for them, because every bottle costs what? You guys, in Germany it's like 20 cents, and in Latvia it's 10 cents.
And they are also separated by color, brown, white and green glass. Moreover, when you buy a drink in a glass, plastic bottle or a can, be aware of the font. Deposit you pay extra for the drink. And to confirm it, you can find a little emblem on the back. This deposit can be reclaimed in most grocery stores and used at the cash register. Everybody...
Interesting. I would say I would love to know what are the consequences if people don't sort their trash. Maybe like police come, give them a ticket or something, or like nobody cares. Because in Latvia, literally, there are bins for sorting, but not a lot of people are doing that, because there's not so hard consequences for that, If you put it in the wrong bin, it is what it is,
Is throwing around this phrase that cash is king. And yes, I think compared to other countries, Germany is still fond of carrying some cash and coins in their wallet. You can still find some places that accept only cash. And coins are pretty useful if you're planning to use the public bathroom at some point. However,
yes.
Slowly but surely, paying by card is slowly becoming more and more popular. For example, at the Christmas market, it wasn't a problem to pay by card. Plus, somewhat related to the topic but not really, Germany is very slowly incorporating self-checkouts in some grocery stores.
I love self-checkouts. What about you, dear viewers? Let me know in comment section what do you think about that, because it's fast. You go, quickly scan it, you don't have to talk with nobody. Very good for introverts or when you don't have a mood to talk with somebody.
Cost of living is reasonable. Although prices are going up gradually, Germany is still one of the most affordable European countries to live in. Of course, it also depends on where you're planning to move, because for example, Munich is considered to be one of the most expensive cities in Germany. And Berlin is having a housing crisis at the moment, But I did make a whole video about this topic, so if you'd like to, you can give it a watch and give it a little like while you're at it. If you don't have a car or a driver's license, Germany has plenty of public transportation to choose from. S-Bahn, the fastest form of public transportation. U-Bahn, Germany's version of metro. Buses, usually link more isolated towns and are a second option when the train stops working. Regional trains, there are either Regional Bahn, which has multiple stops, and Regional Express, which is faster and have fewer stops. Although Germans are well known for their punctuality, the same could not be said for trains. In my experience, around 50% of the time, the train will be late or delayed, especially if it's a long trip. In this situation,
it's probably that there are less Germans working in a train as a train drivers, and maybe train schedules, maybe they are from Turkey or somewhere else, because if Germans would do the schedule, probably it would be on time.
The DB Navigator app is very useful. If the train has a significant delay, looking for alternative routes is key. Especially if you have a one-way ticket, you're more than allowed to switch routes if the train is not on time. And for frequent travelers, I would suggest subscribing to a Bahn card that will give you train ticket discounts. Then Germany is ranked among the top 5 bicycle-friendly places in Europe. Some are better than others. Plus, each city, town, and state have different laws concerning bicycles, and the laws are strictly enforced. The healthcare system is great. The German government offers free healthcare for all its citizens, which is funded through taxation. Roughly 87% of people in Germany use public health insurance, and it covers almost all medical treatments. The one issue with German healthcare is that you need to find a doctor. And finding a doctor can be difficult if the clinic doesn't accept new patients. So be prepared to make more than a few phone calls. Here, it is mandatory for all residents, whether employed or unemployed, to have some kind of health insurance. This especially applies for freelancers and self-employed people, because they need to sort this out themselves. Otherwise, after 6 months, you'll get a letter saying that you need to pay for the previous months you haven't been insured. And it can all add up to quite some amount. And that's it for the video.
That's kind of interesting because we don't have this mandatory health insurance here in Latvia. All you have to do when you go to new workplace, you have to get this obligatory mandatory health check, basically, because they need the employer needs to see are you fit to work in the place. Overall, about this video, I really love the way she is laying out the information. It was really useful. I haven't seen videos like that a lot. So thank you for watching. Give a like, leave your opinions in the comment section, and see you in next reaction videos. Bye.